I bought the perfect house, and the tenant wouldn't leave. From the moment I saw the house, I knew it was the one. The location, the layout, the price. Everything lined up the way that felt almost unreal. The only downside was that it was tenant-occupied. I'd heard the horror stories about tenants refusing to leave, but honestly, I believe those were rare. Things that happened to other people, not me. Closing day arrived and I was buzzing with excitement. I had the keys in my hand. This was supposed to be the start of something new. I walked up to the front door, took a breath, and unlocked it. The door cracked open an inch before stopping. There was a chain link lock still in place. I looked through the gap and saw them standing there. The tenant was still inside. For a second, I just stood there, staring at them through the crack in the door, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. That wasn't possible. This was my house. I told them the sale had closed and they were supposed to be gone. They shook their head and said no one was making them leave and I wasn't allowed to enter. I stood there on the front step of the house that I just purchased, realizing that I owned it on paper, but not in reality.
Yeah.
Yep. My movers were booked. My lease was ending. And the person living in my home had no intention of going anywhere.
Wow. I feel really bad for those people.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, we've taken care of a lot of rentals, like rentals themselves in our days, and selling tenant-occupied properties. Buying tenant-occupied properties is a skill. It's not the same as, where a homeowner is in their property or it's vacant and they're listing it to sell and they're moving on. They have a motivation to vacate it, right?
Yes.
Like they're not going to stick around.
Yeah, but you also need to have a good amount of not a good amount. You almost have to have like a really good relationship with the tenant.
Yeah, exactly.
Or an understanding of like, you're going to get this if you leave. You know?
So, I mean, I've seen many cases where a realtor just simply moves through the buying process or selling process, doesn't really communicate with the tenant, assumes that getting the legal paperwork signed, N12 document, serving it, that's good enough. That's all you need. Here's your N12. You got 60 days notice. See you later.
Tenants have good rights. They have a lot of rights.
But serve an N12. The N12 is the legal law that you have to be out in 60 days.
However, if they don't move out, you have to go through the entire process with the landlord and tenant board.
Yes.
To get them out. It's not just call the cops. They're in my house. Get them out.
Correct.
It's way more complicated than that.
But if a buying realtor doesn't realize the implications of a potentially challenging tenant.
Yeah.
So, for example, I've seen some of these challenging tenants where I'm listing it and I'm like, whoa, this is going to be a challenging sale because whoever buys it, they're probably going to be hostile and not move out.
Yeah.
So I already know right then and there I'm going to be presented with a bad scenario on closing as a listing agent, not the buying agent.
Yeah.
Buying agents at the same time should go, well, I'm walking in, this is a disaster. I need to be guaranteed this tenant's gone.
But how do you guarantee if it's not, if it's not you?
Well, even if you guarantee it in the agreement of purchase and sale, this scenario happens.
You never know.
And now you got your buyer client screwed.
Yeah.
On the front stoop of the house.
Super excited. Getting the keys.
This tenant's in there.
Not having a house.
and that's actually a big reason why sometimes tenant-occupied properties sell lower than an unoccupied or an owner-occupied property.
Yeah.
Some of my buyer clients won't even look at a tenant-occupied property because of this fear.
Because of,
even though it is rare. It's rare.
It is. Exactly. It is rare, but you never know.
Hey.
And what a disaster. If you have a lease, you have to move out. You have a day to do your whole move and then...
Disaster stories sell. They sell.
Yeah.
Eyeballs. They love it.
I know.
That's what, hey, this is a great story. People are listening.
Yeah.
Right?
Still feel bad for
Don't
those
let
people.
it happen to you. Perfect. Done.
That works.